Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Last time, Adawni went inside the Sleepy Sench mine and killed a whole bunch of Necros. She also had a conversation with the blue dragon, Mulamnir, and he basically told Adawni that her and Abnur need to get the heck out of elsewhere ASAP. So, Adawni is on her way to meet again with Abnur, and we've returned her to Riverhold, and so we're going to go ahead and get to the town. She is going to have to visit a merchant and sell a couple things, but shouldn't take but a moment. So let's run over here to the town and see what Abnur wants to do about this news from the mighty blue dragon. Oh, it's Cadwell. Hello, Cadwell.
Ah, there you are. Smith, if we've had this conversation already, then I wanted to thank you for the useful advice. But if I haven't seen you since our talk at that mysterious gravestone, which seems much more likely, then I could really use your help.
Uh-oh, I just got back, Cadwell. What's wrong?
Did I mention the dreams? Visions,
Yep.
really? They come and go without warning, like seeing through someone else's eyes. Quite disconcerting in an interesting sort of way. Anyway, my trusty shovel and I, we searched that entire grave, and it was gone.
Gone? What was gone?
The betrayer's head, the dreams, the visions, they drew me there, but someone got to it before I did.
Oh.
I have the strangest sensation in the pit of my tummy. It could be the cobweb porridge I had for breakfast, or something bad is about to happen.
Uh-oh. You think the betrayer's head has something to do with the dragons?
Well, that's sort of like leaping from the cliffs of failure without a rope, or at least without tying the end off first. I can't tell you how many times I've made that mistake. Oh, Abnur wants to see you. He's in the town hall with the cat general.
Yeah, that's actually why I came back here. Okay, let me go speak to him. Hello, Abnur. I have arrived. You wanted to speak with me?
At this point, we need to come up with a plan that takes into account Euraxians, necromancers, and dragons. I proposed a few options, but Gareshri wasn't sold on any of them. Tell me, what of Chimera and the source of the undead?
Well, Chimera and I, we did kill the necromancers in the mountain, but Euraxia has an army of them.
You paint a troubling picture, my friend. Still, we need to celebrate every victory we achieve. I fear such triumphs will be few and far between. Do you have anything else to report?
Well, I spoke to the dragon, Mulamnir. He said that Euraxia was their puppet, and he told me that you and I have to leave elsewhere right away.
My half-sister likes to think that she's in charge. She won't take kindly to being called a puppet. As for leaving elsewhere, I think not. Obviously, this Mulamnir fears us. Otherwise, the dragon wouldn't have deigned to talk to you.
Have you spoken to Cadwell? He's worried about that disturbed grave where you sent me to meet him at.
Every conversation I have with Cadwell makes my head throb, but one mystery at a time, if you please. Now, if only I could get my half-sister to listen to reason and see that the dragons are using her.
Well, that sounds like a good plan. Why don't you want to try that? Let's go talk to her.
A parley? I may not like her, but we are family. Besides, it would give the Khajiit time to regroup. You're beginning to think like a Tharn, my friend.
Oh, God, heaven forbid
Here,
that.
take this. Gareshri gave it to me, but I refuse to accept payment for my services.
Well, thank you very much.
A parley with Euraxia is a capital idea. I'll send word to Rimmon to expect us. I imagine my half-sister will treat us as business at my station and agree to the meeting. Attend to any other matters if you must, then see me when you're ready to leave.
All righty. We need to come up with a plan for negotiating, though.
It just so happens I already have one. It involves distracting my half-sister with wit, charm, and words she barely comprehends. Oh, and you. Euraxia never could resist a pretty face. You'll pretend to be my bodyguard and personal valet.
Okay, you want me to be your valet?
Consider it obfuscation to hide your true purpose. We don't want to give Euraxia a reason to react poorly to overtures of reconciliation. Not that I expect to reach an accord, but still. Meet me in Rimmon and we'll enter the palace together.
All right, I'll meet you there.
Go on, go on. I'm capable of traveling to Rimmon on my own. We'll meet up at the city gates and go to the palace from there. I'm relatively certain Euraxia will honor the parley, but be prepared for anything. She's still a Tharn, after all.
Okay, and we got a level out of that and a skill point. So let's see what we got. Okay, we get an attribute point and a skill point. We get to choose. Ooh, staff. Let's see. Better damage, of course, higher level. Decrease health, deals oblivion damage based on a portion of the enemy's health. Oh, I like that. Well, we're going to definitely take that. Okay, and we have one attribute point. We'll do Magicka. And we have 2 skill points. Nothing in that one I want. Oh, lightning form can be morphed. What do we get? Okay, converts to a stamina ability if we do that one. And this one increases duration and gain major expedition. Okay, that's the one we want. And then we have one more. We do have access to an ultimate now. This one charges my fists. Nope, I don't want that one. What is dark magic? That one is not unlocked. Here's that one. But I don't like this one. It says charge your fists with the power of the storm, replacing your light and heavy attacks with new strong abilities. Light attacks become lightning bolts. Heavy attacks blast enemies. But is this in addition to my weapon and my spells? Well, I guess we can get it and try it. We can always, pick one of the other ones when they become available. Okay. So we have to charge it though. So as soon as we can, then I need to hit this key to actually use it. So we won't be able to use it probably right away. Okay, so I did something with alchemy at some point. All right, I do want to take a look. We want to put this new staff on. Okay, and then what about armor? Did we get anything new? Ooh, these homespun gloves of stamina. That's an upgrade. Okay. Awesome. We already looked at that. Okay. Well, before we meet up with anybody and go anywhere, she needs to see a merchant. So let's go do that. Should be one over here, I would imagine. No? Yeah, here we go. Hello, Manasi.
The Khajiit here are in desperate need of supplies for their war effort. And Manasi? Well, he is more than happy to provide.
Awesome. Good job. Good job. Okay, I need to sell some stuff. And this is a fish that I caught because off camera I did do some fishing. And it's a rare. It ticks off on your achievement list every time you pick up a rare one. So I can go ahead and sell it. This is not good for provisioning. It doesn't, you can't break it down and turn it into this fish provisioning mat. So we're going to sell that. And I don't know if I have anything else I want to just sell real quick. That's not worth anything. Some of these I can break down when I do some crafting. Yep, I guess that's it. Well, we've got about half of our bags empty, so we should be fine. Okay, so it says meet Abnur Tharn in Rimmon, or we can talk to Lord Gareshri, or talk to Naladu. Do I want to go back and talk to them? Not really. Well, you know what? Let's see what Lord Gareshri has. Naladu I don't really care too much about. But Gareshri is not 100% in accordance with Abnur, so let's check that one out.
A parley with the Usurper Queen. I doubt she'll agree to any sort of diplomatic solution. But it will buy us time to replenish our resources. Very well. Take Tharn and meet with Eurexia. In the meantime, we will rebuild what remains of the militia.
Okay. Alright, that is not anything that's going to be useful, so let's go ahead and go to Rimmon. I thought I could talk to him and he would take me. Is Rimmon actually here? I think it is. Let's go to the Way Shrine and see. We might as well talk to him.
Feel free to inspect any of my mount.
I'm working on speed. So let's go ahead and pick up another speed for my mount. And this is the area that I fished in the other day. Caught quite a bit. It's very relaxing. I would recommend it if you've had a rough day. Alright, let's see. Is Rimmon here? That's Starhaven. This must be Rimmon. Yep, let's go. It's my understanding that the Greymore expansion will launch around May 26th. And once it does launch, I think that Adawni is going to want to see if she is going to be meeting back up with, you know, everybody that we worked with for the prologue. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Lyris may show up, I don't know. But I'm kind of looking forward to getting that. So we'll have to see what happens. We should be done with this by then, I'm hoping. Okay, let's see where we need to go now from here. It looks like he's right over this direction. There he is, right there. right, Abnur Tharn, I'm here.
I expected sorrow and despair, but the situation here goes beyond even my prophetic inklings.
Uh-oh. Looks peaceful to me.
On the surface, yes. But peace through tyranny provides false harmony. Euraxia uses fear and threats of violence to keep the Khajiit in line, making them second-class citizens in their own province.
Oh.
It appalls me to think Euraxia and I are related.
Fear and threats of violence? Oh, that's a shame.
It would be better if I showed you. Follow me, and I'll demonstrate the true depths of my half-sister's villainy. Her grip on Rimmon is far tighter than it appears.
All right, I'll
Very
follow
well.
you.
But what I'm about to show you isn't for the faint of heart. Follow me. Have you ever visited a Rimmon workhouse? They treat the Khajiiti workers worse than slaves.
Can't say that I have, sir.
It's that building over there. For most of Rimmon's Khajiit, it's the only job available to them. The workhouse serves to snare the poor and the destitute, those who fall behind on their debts. They come here to find employment and earn a decent wage, but the costs deducted to pay for room and board leave them worse off than they were before.
It's only Khajiiti workers?
One of the first things Euraxia did after declaring herself queen was to institute tariffs and fines that apply only to Khajiiti citizens. No one else needs the workhouse. A cruel tactic, but effective.
It's nothing that the Khajiit can do.
The Rimmon Khajiit? No. Any complaints incur fines for causing a public disturbance or some other inane ordinance. No one wants to risk falling even further into debt. It's ingenious. Monstrous, but ingenious.
Sounds like slavery.
Oh, Euraxia is clever. She pays the Khajiiti, and the workhouse isn't technically a prison. On the surface, it appears to be a place that helps society's unfortunates, but underneath, it's slavery without any of the uncomfortable trappings.
I've seen enough. Let's go.
Now, let's visit the Rimmon marketplace. Take a look around. Business seems to be thriving, but appearances can be deceiving. It may be hard to see, but the Khajiiti merchants struggle to keep their stalls open, while the less bestial business people rake in the profits. Euraxia would have you believe it's a matter of work ethic, but we know better.
You're saying that the merchants are treated unfairly?
Unfairly doesn't begin to cover it. Khajiiti merchants must deal with high tariffs, extra inspection fees, costly licenses. Euraxia's squeezing them for every piece of gold imaginable. She even instituted a fur tax.
A fur tax? Oh my god.
On the surface, it seems reasonable to make Khajiiti pay for extra inspections to ensure their fur isn't getting into the products they sell. And while they do shed, it's just another way to discriminate against the rightful citizens of this land.
Oh dear. Let's move on.
Come along. I want to show you the improvements Euraxia made to the palace walls.
Okay. Do I really want to see? Well, I gotta say that Abnur Tharn is in good shape, the way he runs up these stairs and all. Considering he's got to be in his 50s or 60s.
See the trebuchets? Notice how they're aimed into the city below.
Yes, I see that.
See how the siege weapons sit upon the walls? When it comes right down to it, you're looking at the secret of my half-sister's success.
What do you mean, her success?
How else do you think Euraxia maintains order and keeps the Elsewhere Defense Force at bay? She declared publicly, and has repeated often, that any attempt to liberate Rimmon will see her unleash the full fury of the siege weapons upon the city.
She'd destroy the city?
If Euraxia can't have Rimmon, then neither can anyone else. She'd destroy the city in a heartbeat if she thought she was in danger of losing control.
Oh dear.
Of course, she tells her non-bestial subjects that only the Khajiiti districts are targeted.
Are these that precise?
Absolutely not. But the lie makes her supporters feel better. The Khajiit know that even a peaceful protest could result in the destruction of Rimmon. So far, no one has dared to challenge Euraxia's will in this matter, and for good reason.
Well, I think it's time we went and had a talk with her.
When we get to the palace, let me do the talking.
Okay.
As the Elder Tharn, I'll demonstrate my dominance over Euraxia and negotiate a cessation of hostilities.
You got it. This is not going to go well. I can already tell. He's so arrogant. She's not going to bend to his will. She obviously thinks she's more powerful. Okay, here we go.
Ah, here come Queen Euraxia's guests now.
I don't like the looks of these meddlers. I say we feed them to the dragons and be done with it.
Cadwell? Cadwell the betrayer! Holy crap!
I know you. I saw you through the soul shriven's eyes.
Oh,
you were with the
my God.
fool who thinks himself the shining knight of Sirad. If only he knew what a monster I was. The horrors of Cold Harbor pale before my heinous deeds.
Oh my God, you are Cadwell's head?
I am my own head, yes. I am the hero of Sirad and the villain of Elsewhere, the champion of the Third Nedic Massacre and the Dark Knight they call the Betrayer.
You're not the Cadwell that I know.
Of course not. I am the genuine article, much more real than a disembodied soul given shape in the flesh cauldrons of oblivion. But why do you presume to talk to me? I have killed greater beings than you for much, much less.
You're the betrayer mentioned on the gravestone, aren't you?
Came to that conclusion by yourself, did you? That's what they called me. It has a certain ring to it, but I always preferred my more grandiose titles. Champion, Slayer, Dark Knight. When I am made whole, the cats will pay for what they did to me.
Oh my goodness, that's creepy. Zumog, Foom. Hello.
So you're Abnur Tharn's bodyguard and valet.
That's right.
Not what I expected. I assume you want to follow your master into the Queen's inner sanctum, huh? I'll allow it. But first, I want to gauge the measure of your marrow.
You're one of Euraxia's necromancers, aren't you?
I am Queen Euraxia's chief necromancer. You may call me Zumog Foom. The other grave callers answer to me. And this is my familiar and confidant, Sir Cadwell the Betrayer.
Yes, we have met.
Ah, yes. The Betrayer saw you when it looked through the soul-shriven's eyes. The creature you know is a pale shadow of the Dark Knight that once walked these lands. I exhumed his remains and reanimated him. Well, his head, it was all I could find.
Why would you do that?
My actions don't concern you. I just wanted to meet Abnur Tharn's lackey and determine if Queen Euraxia had anything to fear. The answer is quite clear. Your insignificance rivals that of the soul-shriven fool which makes you eminently forgettable.
Likewise, I'm sure.
Now about the rest of my body, O pestilent one.
Your insults won't hasten the process, betrayer.
But there's a terrible draft in what used to be my nether regions.
Oh, that's funny. Alrighty, Abnur, good luck.
Presenting Abnur Thorn, Grand Chancellor and Overlord of Nibene, Imperial Battle Mage of the Elder Council, and Patriarch of the Thorn Dynasty, and his bodyguard.
Ah, half-brother. Your arrival, it's so unexceptional.
Pretending to be a queen isn't...
Hush, Abnur, you bore me. Bodyguard, you look interesting. Come talk to me.
You heard her. Good luck.
Thanks. Hello, ma'am.
My sources indicated that my half-brother's associate was somewhat taller. Oh well. Now, why in the world should I even consider negotiating with members of the losing side?
We came to warn you. The dragons consider you a puppet, and they plan to betray you.
A warning? How thoughtful. You do know that I defeated the Khajiit army and took control of the Rimmon throne? I am no one's puppet, I assure you. But why do you suppose I have anything to do with dragons?
A dragon helped the undead your necromancers unleashed on the Khajiit Defense Force. I can't intimidate, and I can't persuade. So that's my
Oh,
only
how
option.
precious. I hoped my pompous half-brother would provide an amusement, but this is even better. I have a chamber set aside in the dungeons just for you.
Uh-oh.
We'll play the most interesting games, you and I, until your body gives out.
You agreed to this parley. That means we're here under a truce and are free to leave.
Do not presume to lecture me. I make the rules here, not you or Abnur. I have a special relationship with Mulanmir, an understanding. The dragons will secure my hold over elsewhere, and there's nothing you or my half-brother can do to stop them.
You can't win. We will free Rimmon and drive you out of elsewhere. God, girl,
Enough.
why did you say that?
Zumog Foom, what news do you bring?
The Desert Wind Adaptorium has fallen. We move against Riverhold on your word.
Then the word is given. Now, half-brother.
Treachery? How could I ever have anticipated this?
Guards, take them to the dungeons.
I think not.
What just happened? Did Abnur take us away, or did we get captured? I don't know. Oh, Abnur.
Well, I suppose that could have gone better.
Yeah, she could have talked to you instead of me. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Where are we, and how did we get here?
I prepared for Euraxia's probable betrayal. Unfortunately, my teleport spell wasn't quite able to penetrate the palace wards, so we wound up down here, in the palace sewer.
Oh, lovely. Did you hear what Euraxia said to Zumog Foom?
We heard two things of note. First, Euraxian forces have invaded the Desert Wind Adaptorium for some insidious purpose. And second, my vile half-sister ordered an attack on Riverhold.
We need to warn Garashri.
One thing at a time, my companion, one thing at a time. I need to recover my strength after teleporting us into this skeever hole. I'll need your help to get out of here. Then we can deal with both Desert Wind and Riverhold.
Okay, stay close. All right. Wow. Okay, we're kind of going to hang to the left, I think, the whole way. So, let's go. You with me, Abnur? Okay, good. Alright, we're going to kind of try to do this a little fast. Ah! Alright, we need to turn down this way. Okay, and then veer to the left, Abnur. You coming? Okay. Oh. We're going to try to stay to the right and go straight. Uh-oh. Ah, I thought it was too easy. Heal yourself, not on my watch. Okay. Come on, we're almost there.
The way out, finally. I can't abide another moment in this stench.
You're welcome.
Well, that's an experience I won't be adding to my memoirs. We'll separate here. Make it harder for Euraxia's lackeys to follow us.
Okay. We failed. The parlay was a disaster, so what do we do now?
Now. Things actually turned out better than I expected. We know that Euraxia wants something from the Desert Wind Adaptorium, and we know she's about to launch a counterstrike against Riverhold.
This is very true, but there's no way that I can be in two places at the same time, so what do you suggest?
That's not exactly true. If my power wasn't depleted, well, let's not digress. I'll go to Riverhold and warn Garishri. We'll make sure the city is ready for the attack. Meanwhile, you find out what's happening at the Desert Wind Adaptorium.
Okay, I can do that, sir. Where is it, and what is it?
Adaptoriums serve the same function as monasteries in other parts of Tamriel. Desert Wind and its adepts follow the order of Jean Kaj. It's west of here, on the northern lip of the Scar. Look for a side entrance if the main door is blocked.
Okay, I'll go there. Thank you. Alrighty. Is that where we started? Can't tell from here. Alright, well, I think we're going to go ahead and leave this here. That was quite an interesting episode. So next time we'll go ahead and go to the Desert Wind Adaptorium and see what interesting things are going to happen now. I mean, we're kind of on the run. We are going to be enemies of Mulamnir, all the other dragons, and Euraxia. It's going to get a lot more dangerous, I'm afraid. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give me a like and subscribe, and hope to see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.